Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Amalina binti Ahmad Nur Azman, alias Jafar from MMC 1103C, are going to present about intercultural skills in the terms and context for global managers. So, basically, while talking about intercultural, what does it actually mean? Basically, intercultural is a term that actually refers to the interaction and also relationships between two or more people which actually shares different cultures, highlighting the perspectives of understanding, communication, and also the appreciation of the diversity of culture which might be differs between the people that is interacting with each other. So, next, we'll be moving on to intercultural skills for global managers. So, first, as for the definition itself, what is actually intercultural communication skills for global managers? So, the definition is the skills to be able to communicate and interact with others across out of broad horizon of cultures. So it basically means onto what and how onto for the global managers to actually speak and behaves around people, especially as a global manager, as they need to constantly communicating and also interact with others while actually appreciating and also understanding of others' cultural as well, which might be differs from their own. So, why does intercultural skills actually important? First, it is important because global managers actually needs to actually understand things, especially when it comes to things that are related to culture, to enhance their partnership and also collaboration, especially when they are talking about projects and also the upcoming events that they needed to construct early in the future, and also things that else will be needed to plan. Secondly, it can also solve problems and avoid misunderstanding. For example, the nonverbal cues that might come off actually as rude in a organization. Secondly, it can solve problems and also avoid misunderstanding. For example, when you're working as a global manager in a public environment, when you're gonna meet a lot of people, there will be a lot of misunderstanding, especially when it comes to nonverbal cues that you will actually somehow assume that the people might be rude or so. First, we'll move on to the principles and functions of cultures. First, culture is universal to human society. This is because apart from everyone, whether regardless of where they're being raised, whether where they were born at, or perhaps onto how the way they were raised, actually, it is that everyone will have their own culture while growing up, which eventually will shapens up onto how their personality being is. Two, culture are constantly undergoing changes. This is because as the time passes and also the development of technology keeps getting much more advanced, the culture will eventually undergo in development and also evolve as time changes. Three, some cultures are changing much more rapidly. Four, culture influences biology, and biology also influences culture as it is closely related onto each other. This is components that is actually closely related onto someone as they are used to doing such rituals or practices while raised or born. It actually has become one of the factors that influences onto an individual's biological traits. For five, cultures are actually not value neutral. This is so next we will be talking about the functions of cultures. Universally, culture functions to respond onto humans' problems and challenges in daily life with the development of systems to deal with it. So, we will be moving on onto ethnocentrism. What is actually ethnocentrism? Ethnocentrism is basically a belief or opinion that is actually hold onto ourselves. As a conclusion, culture is a diverse concept which might differ onto everyone's perspectives, views, and beliefs, but it brings out the uniqueness of identity in everyone, especially in work setting, while maintaining onto the harmony in a work setting itself.